Hi, this is Matt, and today I'd like to explain some of the additional parameters in the ORATS Backtester. So let's set up a trade. Let's do Apple, and let's do a short put spread. Days to expiration we'll leave here, but you can see the short put and long put. Short put at a 30 delta, long put at a 15 delta. And the date range is the entire date range that's there by default. So entry days is how to stagger your trade. So if we're trading every 30 days, we might do a percentage of that. So we might trade every week and try to smooth out the results. So in case the stock would move and the put spread would be out of the range of the stock price where we entered it, it might be good to stagger this trade. So that's what staggering is good for. So this will trade every 5 days. IV rank is where Apple volatility is currently, or in the backtest, that day that we're simulating a trade is vis-a-vis a 1-year range. So if the 1-year high, 1-year low, what number is that? So it looks something like a range from 0 to 100. So let's put in here, since we're selling, we want the volatility to be somewhat high. So let's say 30, and then maybe not at its maximum, so 30 to 90. Spread yield percent, that's one of my favorite. It's where the absolute entry price divided by the stock price is, and you could set what that is. So for credits, it's going to be negative. So in this particular case, this is a credit, and so we'll set this kind of wide until we could figure out from the back test. We'll go look actually at the average trades and then try to hone it down. But let's start with this. Let's start trying to only pay 1%. So 0.01. We'll set a minimum of, pretty wide, like I said, negative 0.03 and a maximum of 0. The spread price, again, we'll take a look at the backtest results, and then we'll come and maybe put parameters around the spread price. Spread delta, for example, we know that this delta is approximately 15, so maybe what we might do is say, well, 0.15 is around where we want, so let's make that a little bit tighter. So let's make it 0.1 to 0.2. So that'll be our spread delta, the difference in the two legs. Hedge, do we want to delta hedge this? So let's put, yes, we want to delta hedge that every day. So if the delta goes up, we'll hedge it. Another way to do it is through hedge tolerance, saying that if it gets to a 10 delta, then hedge. So that's an interesting way to look at it as well. Again, I'm just going over these quickly. We'll go into these in much greater detail in future videos. Market width ratio, that will help protect you in case there's a very wide bid-ask spread. So for the case of Apple, that bid-ask spread, the maximum that you'd want is probably something like 0.5%. So let's put that in as a max. Similarly, the absolute CP diff, I know that sounds complicated, but it's a call put parity. If that gets off by a percentage, then we'll want to not trade on that day. Again, you could put 0.005 for a liquid stock, maybe 2% for an illiquid stock. The implied bid volatility and the implied ask volatility. So if it's a very wild stock, you might want to set a higher number on that particular reading. The bid and ask, so maybe you might not want to trade anywhere that there's no bid, in which case you might put 0.05 and 0.05 here. And expiration types, we're going to use all, but that could be not using the week, or only using the weeklies, only using the monthlies, or using all of them. Contract size, you could say how big these contracts would be. Stock position, whether you want to put an overlay, which is always having a stock position on, or married, which marries to the actual option, so it only is there when it's married to the option. And this is the entry days to earnings. So if we don't want to trade during earnings, we don't want to sell this put spread during earnings, then we'll say, the minimum that we want is maybe 20 days. And then what we'll do, and we'll want to get out at least 1 day before earnings. So let's send that and see how the result is. Okay, the short put spread has run, and let's take a look at the results. So here are the results, slightly positive annualized return, and you could see each month. Some months we aren't in there for various reasons related to the settings that we put in. And what we'll also look at is and we'll get into this to greater detail later, but the trades. And then of course you could download this, download these results and trades, and then start to refine some of your spread yield percentages or spread prices and get the exact options or closest to the exact ones that you wish. So we'll leave it there for now, and we'll come back with some more detail on exits and additional trees later. If you like the video, please hit like, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time.